This is Prep Rally brought to you by the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. 4 overtimes. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what it took Tuesday night before Fayetteville finally prevailed in a 62-61 win against Rogers High in an instant classic. Landon Glasper had 25 points for the Bulldogs, who held on to second place in the 6A West boys race with the win. They are 2 games behind league-leading Bentonville, so what a game over in Fayetteville. Now in Springdale Tuesday night, Bentonville West held off the Red Dogs 64-60. Riley Buccino led the way for the Wolverines with 18 points in a game that was close the entire way. Dominique Hertin, boy, I love that name, Dominique Hertin scored 22 points for Springdale. Also on Tuesday night, Bentonville remained perfect in the 6A West. They throttled Fort Smith Southside 65-31. 11 players for Bentonville scored in this game for the Tigers. If I had been there, maybe I would have gotten a score. Well, that would have been something. And Springdale Harbor, they rebounded from Friday night's loss to Bentonville by edging Rogers Heritage 60-53. And in the 6A Central on Tuesday night, Fort Smith Northside, they lost to Bryant at home 66-56. Tamari Relaford had 13 points for the Grizzlies. Now on the girls' side in the 6A West Tuesday night, Bentonville moved to 7-0 in the conference. They routed Fort Smith Southside 82-39. Jada Brown scored 16 points in the second quarter for Bentonville. Now the Fayetteville Lady Bulldogs, they got 26 points from Claudia Bridge and 21 from Wynter Beck in a 67-53 win against Rogers High. And Springdale Harbor on Tuesday night snapped a 3-game conference losing streak with a 58-51 win against Rogers Heritage. Patience McDaniel had 34 points for the Lady Wildcats. And down in the River Valley, Fort Smith Northside, they had no problem keeping their 6A Central slate perfect. They had a 73-54 win at home against Bryant as Jersey Wolfenbarger scored 32 points. Now, our Kasius Williamson caught up with Jersey after Tuesday night's game for this week's River Valley Report.
Hello everybody, this is Kasius Williamson here with your River Valley Report, and this week I got my girl Jersey Wolfenbarger of the Northside Lady Bears. On Friday night she had 31, tonight she had 32. Jersey back-to-back 30-point games. What are some things that you're seeing on the floor that allows you to score like that?
We're out a few players, we just got Tracy back, so I felt like these past 2 games I've had to up my game and do a little bit more.
Another conference win, you remain undefeated. How big of an accomplishment is that in this point of the season?
At this point of the season, it's just about winning the next game and making sure that the habits you create on the floor will help you later on in state.
On Friday, you got another home game against Little Rock Central. What are some things that you're expecting in that game?
Obviously expecting a win, but it's going to be hard and it's going to take a lot of effort. We just have to stay together and stay focused and, use these next days in practice to get better.
Last but not least, you were just announced one of the top 10 Next Mid Player of the Year award nominees. How big of an accomplishment is that for you?
It's super honoring, but at the same time, it's driving me to continue to get better because there are still girls ahead of me, and so just every day I have to work to beat them.
All right, well, you heard it here first. This is the girl Jersey. This is what Kasius Williamson. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Kasius. So as the conference schedule moves past the halfway point, Bentonville is leading both the boys and girls in the 6A West, and in the Central, it's been all north side on the girls' side as the Lady Bears move to 19-1 overall and 9-0 in the conference. Now, also in the 6A Central Tuesday night, it was a battle of titans down in Little Rock as number 1 Little Rock Central knocked off number 2 North Little Rock 75-67. Bryson Warren had 30 points for the Tigers, and the win moved Central to 9-0 in the 6A Central, and they are now 2 games ahead of North Little Rock in the league race. Now, in the 4A1 conference on Tuesday night, Farmington edged Shiloh Christian 59-53 on the girls' side, and the Cardinals rolled to a 72-60 win in the boys' game to move to 8-1 in the conference. Now, Wednesday was National Signing Day across the nation, and there were a number of athletes who signed letters of intent in Northwest Arkansas. The Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette will have full coverage of the players who signed in its Thursday edition, so be sure and check that out both in print and in the digital edition of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Now, this week's Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette Players of the Week are Brandon Scott of Charleston and Maryam Dauda of Bentonville. Now, Scott was a scoring machine last week. He had 44 points in a big win against Cedarville, and Dauda was all smiles as usual, but she broke the girls' school career scoring record, going over the 1,200 point mark for her career. So congratulations to both Brandon and Maryam for being named the Players of the Week. Now, the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, they select a Boys and Girls Player of the Week every Tuesday, so be sure and check that out in the digital edition of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Now, photos like the one seen at today's show can be seen and purchased on our website at nwaonline.com/photos. So be sure and check those out in the digital edition of the Northwest Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. And also be sure and check out our weekly Prep Rally podcast every Wednesday as we talk to area coaches in all sports, along with other special guests from across the state. The Prep Rally podcast can be heard on SoundCloud, Apple, Google Play, Spotify, and Stitcher, so be sure and check that out every Wednesday afternoon. That's it for this week's show. Thanks for watching. Oh, and by the way, don't forget this Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, and go Chiefs!